In this video, we are going to review Jira reports and dashboards and how to navigate and access them in the new user interface. Coming over to my NPD demo project in Jira, on the left-hand side, you have the widget over here, so you have your projects. And if you collapse those, what you will see is one of those is dashboards. If you do not have a dashboard created, you will not see anything here, but let's go ahead and create a dashboard. And let's call this NPD project dashboard. Now keep in mind that a dashboard does not have to be specific to a project. It can be for multiple projects and aggregate information from different projects throughout your Jira org and your Jira instance. So you don't need to name it that. It could be something like cycle time, right, and lead time analysis for a team that pulls multiple project information within this dashboard and some reports. Because that's really what a dashboard is for. It's to aggregate reports that are helpful for management and for team members to organize their work and keep tabs on the health of their projects. Here, when you create a dashboard, you'll see that you'll name it, you can give it a description, you can determine who views things, right? If it's a project, if it's a group, if it's a user, and you can add them. When you do add just a user or anyone here, if you select, say, the project, and you want all roles to have access to it, don't forget to hit the add button. Just doing this won't do anything. You actually have to hit add, and then you'll see NPD demo, all roles will populate there. Next is you can also give someone the ability to edit the dashboard. So if you are not the only one that wants access to edit this dashboard, or you want to just give someone access as a backup just in case, you can grant that to another user, or you can grant that access to a project, right? I'm going to keep this private, but similarly to above, just remember that if you are adding an editor, to hit the add button, otherwise it will not add someone and give someone that access. So here you can see I'm going to leave this as private. Let's go ahead and save this dashboard. And now you can see I'm pulled to the NPD demo project dashboard, and I'm currently editing the dashboard. Changes will be saved automatically. All right, here you can see that there are a couple of empty boxes here, and what it's saying is it wants me to add a gadget. Here on the right-hand side, there's a widget where you can look for all different kinds of gadgets that exist. So let's take a look at the different gadgets that are currently here. We have activity stream. This is basically like a news feed, right, on social media, but it's for Jira. So you can keep tabs on who's editing what, or if an automation role took place, you can get all of those updates through this activity stream. The other thing here is you can add a filter or a gadget for just things that are assigned to you. They have an average age chart, and it gives you descriptions on what these different gadgets are. You have, bubble charts, you have created versus resolved. So are you biting off more than you can chew? Is really what I like to view this as, right? Are we just accumulating more work than we're actually completing, right? Is it coming in at a steady pace, or is it coming in all at once and we just need to chip away at this backlog? So just something to keep in mind is that numbers don't always tell the whole story. You have to make sure that you're understanding what's going on with the team, or at least you have someone that you can consult to understand why these metrics are showing what they are showing. Here you can filter by results. If you see an icon like this on any of the gadgets, it means that this is going to be deprecated. And so here you can see starting May 2025, we're no longer supporting this gadget. So anything that you see with that icon, don't add it. Or if you have that, on your dashboards, you will see a notification saying that it's no longer going to be supported and that you should look at alternatives before that actually gets eliminated. So here you can come and you can explore all kinds of different gadgets that you have available to you within this. The other thing that I would like to note is if you have any integrations such as EasyBI, you can add EasyBI gadgets to your dashboard. And so this is how dashboards exist. Let me go ahead and add a couple here. We'll add the activity stream. Let's add the assigned to me. And let's add the created versus resolved. If you have ECBI, that's something that will allow you to more seamlessly calculate things like cycle time and lead time. If you do not, that is okay. What you can do is you can lay the foundations to be able to calculate that and explore integrations in the future that will allow you to do that within a dashboard view. So let's do assign to me first. And so here you can see this gadget is assigned to me. I'm going to leave it right where it is. You can choose the number of results that you want to see on the page. We're going to leave that at 10. You can choose the issue type. You can have the summary. You can have the priority. You can add other fields, right? So I want to know what status something is in. So I want to add the status. And I also want to know if there's a due date for something that I'm assigned to. And I want this to update every 15 minutes. So I'm going to hit save. And as you can see, I currently don't have anything that's assigned to me. And so if you don't have anything that's assigned to you, that is how it will show up or populate. Let me go ahead and go to my projects. And let's go to the Scrum board. And let's actually assign a task to me. So I'll hit assign to me. Okay, let's go back to our dashboard, right? So NPD demo project dashboard. And now you can see under assign to me, I see the issue type. I see the key. I see the summary of the task, the priority, the status of it, and the due date that's associated with it. All right, now let's go ahead and configure this created versus resolved chart. Because I left the project dashboard here, I'm going to have to go and hit this edit icon in the top right hand corner, which is completely fine. But now you can see I can edit the created versus resolved. Here it allows you to select a filter or select a project on the created versus resolved. So I want a project. So we're going to type in NPD demo. If you want to do an advanced search, so if you have been using Jira for quite some time, your Jira instance has probably accumulated way too many filters that probably need to be condensed and sifted through to see if they are still valuable or used. But you can use that advanced search function, in which case it pulls up this little window with a search bar that you can type in what it is that you're looking for, the name of your filter, and find it a little bit easier there. But for me, I just typed in NPD demo, but the advanced search is there. Period, right? So the length of periods represented on the graph. Created versus resolved. I'm okay with weekly. Days previously. Yep, we can show 30. Selection operation count. Let's do cumulative. And display the trend of unresolved. Nope, we'll leave that off for now. And then display only major version. We're just going to do none for versions because we're not using version tracking within my Jira project. I also want this to update every 15 minutes. So I'm going to hit that auto fresh checkbox and I'm going to hit save. Okay, now you can see that for the past 30 days, it shows on a weekly basis that this week, let's see here, a total of 13 issues were created and 2 were resolved. And so it shows you the difference between how many were created versus how many were resolved. Ideally, if you have fixed tasks within your project, you will see the number of resolved plummet, and you will see the number of created plummet, and you will see the number of resolved rise. And so you'll see those start to contradict one another as you begin to make progress on your project. All right, next is the activity streams. Let me click and drag and move this over. This is another way you can edit things in your dashboard, right? Not letting me. Okay. You have to click and drag within these dotted lines. And so here you can see that on the activity stream, you can see all of the things that I've done 27 minutes ago, 48 minutes ago. This will pull in updates from everyone from your organization. You can also edit this. So you can hit the ellipses icon in the top right hand corner and go to configure. And let's just hit the last 5 items. I don't need to see 10. And they can update every 15 minutes. And it is loading. And we'll give it some time to load here. I'm just going to click and drag and reorganize. So you can reorder the gadgets that you have and these different things. And if ever you wanted to add another gadget, you can select that. Or if you want to change layouts, you can have 3 columns. You have the left sidebar, and you can change the layout of this view. I usually like to keep this the way it is, default with 2 columns. All right, I'm going to hit done, and now you can see that my activity stream has now updated, and it's not super long. It just shows the last few updates that I've made, and so here you can see I changed some fields, I updated the sprint, I changed the status, and I changed the assignee on some items, right? So dashboards are actually really helpful and really cool, especially when you start adding some more integrations and you really start narrowing down how to filter things in Jira with Jira query language, as well as how to pull the metrics that really make the most sense for your team.